Next your fucking name.
Men always remember this. If all her friends are 304s, birds of a feather flock together.
Hi, I'm a toxic mom. Of course my kids are my emotional support system. Hi, I'm a toxic mom. Of course my kids loving their dad means that they hate me. Hi, I'm a toxic mom. Of course my kids can spend all the time in the world with my family, but if they spend any time with dad's family, that means he's not executing his parental responsibilities. Hi, I'm a toxic mom. Of course I'm going to tell the school and the doctor's office that dad's not allowed to have any of that information and they better not release it to him. But then I'm going to tell everybody else that he doesn't try to have anything involved in his child's life. Hi, I'm a toxic mom. Of course I'm going to throw any presents away dad sends. Ew, I don't want his shit in my house. Hi, I'm a toxic mom. Of course I'm going to accuse dad of everything I'm doing so it looks like a giant tit for tat game. Hi, I'm a toxic mom. Of course I'm going to make my children feel massive amounts of guilt and emotionally gaslight them every time they're to enjoy anything that has to do with their dad. Hi, I'm a toxic mom. Of course I'm going to make everything so difficult and make dad's life as miserable as possible to have any kind of involvement or engagement with his kid. And then when he chooses to no longer engage in my abuse or allow me to abuse him, I'm going to call him a deadbeat and say that he walked away from his kids. I'm a toxic mom. I can't take any second in the day without my babies. But fuck dad. He shouldn't be sad that he doesn't have them. Ew. And remember, I'm a toxic mom, so everything is about me.
There are so many men out there where the kids resent them only because their mom is exactly like this.